Hi, I'm Supersensei. Welcome to Awesome Video Game Quotes. Here on this show, I would like to showcase all kinds of different video game quotes, whether they're really funny, silly, or touching, deep, emotional quotes. Why am I doing this on the second episode? Well, the first episode was kind of a test, and it was, just going through the motions, seeing if I'm any good at this, what I'm doing, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so I just wanted to introduce myself properly this time instead of, hi, I'm Super Sensei, and, just starting the show. So, anyway, I just wanted to do that, and, wait. Great Scott! I'm out of time!
Chrono Trigger is an awesome RPG about time travel. I'm going to stop right there, because if I say any more, this is going to turn into a review, and I think YouTube has enough Chrono Trigger reviews. What's that, Mythos? You want me to review it? Okay. Chrono Trigger is an awesome game and you should play it. 10 out of 10! 10 out of 10! Anyway, you're here for a quote from the game, right? There's quite a few quotes that I would love to cover from this game, and I'll probably do multiple videos about Chrono Trigger, but my absolute favorite quote has to be this one. HP and MP restored, but you're still hungry. This is shown in the post-apocalyptic future of 2300 AD. When I first saw this, I actually laughed. It was funny to see the characters get all sad and mention that they're hungry. Most video games don't make you have to eat, sleep, or use the toilet. I understand why it's done, because most people wouldn't want to play a game that makes you have to deal with real-life stuff. Right? In Chrono Trigger, there are a couple of points where you could eat a man's lunch or have a drinking contest, but those aren't necessary at all to your survival. In fact, sleeping doesn't even need to happen in the game. If you're skilled enough at playing this game, you can solely rely on the items to restore HP and MP. The only time you'll sleep will be in predetermined sequences. And as for having to use the toilet, yeah, that doesn't even happen in this game. Let me talk about the Enertron, the device they use to restore health. The Enertron is a special device in 2300 AD that allows humans to obtain a full night's sleep in seconds, but still leaves you hungry. It allows the descendants of the survivors of the Day of Lavos to remain healthy, though the agony of hunger and an empty stomach is not cured by the machine. That is literally all we know about the Enertron. Now by that basis, all it does is give us a full night's sleep. Obviously it doesn't feed us, but it does at least trick the brain into thinking it has rested. Who knows, maybe it's an isolated time machine that puts you in a stasis for what appears to be mere seconds from onlookers, but is actually freezing your body for 8 hours and waking you up after that period. In either case, again, it does not feed you, and the human body can on average survive for about 3 weeks without food and 4 days without water. Sleep alone cannot sustain the human body, or so we thought. Prahalad Jani, an Indian sadhu, is an 84-year-old who claims that he has survived over 70 years without food or water. The reaction you just had to that statement? Yeah, I did the same thing. How is this possible? Well, the way he explained it to scientists is that he looks at the sun, which in turn transfers energy to him through his palate and produces a sticky, solid lump that he can digest. He believes the energy being transferred to him is provided by the Hindu goddess Amba. Johnny has been studied a few times by researchers and they came up with the same results. His health is perfectly normal. There's a whole lot more research and info about the studies done on Johnny, but I'll let you guys and gals find out more if you desire. I'd like to focus my time on Chrono Trigger. Back to the Enertron. The Enertron has to feed them some kind of nutrients, maybe like in the Matrix how they have that nutritional sludge. It gives the body the nutrients it needs, but it doesn't fill you up. There's also a possibility that the Enertron uses magic. It could be using a type of magic energy to help heal people instead of actually resting the body. It would be a temporary fix though. The process of healing, as far as physical damage, involves the repair of living tissue, organs, and the biological system as a whole and the resumption of normal functioning. It is the process by which the cells in the body regenerate and repair to reduce the size of a damaged or necrotic area and replace it with new living tissue. So basically what I'm speculating here is that all of the people are dying from starvation, but the Enertron is repairing the failing organs of the people. It either speeds up the healing process of the body by regenerating cells, or it is possibly reversing time and regenerating the dying cells. This obviously doesn't feed the people though, so they are still left hungry. The idea of them using magic isn't that far-fetched. In 2300 AD, they still have the doors that respond to the pendant that was recharged with magic energy. Also, when you take Robo to Specchio, he mentions that Robo cannot learn magic, but his lasers are considered shadow magic. When at the same time he does have the heal beam that heals the party, so maybe Robo is a mobile Enertron. So going back to the theory of what the Enertron does, remember I had 2 theories as to how it works? Well, now I've narrowed it down to 1. You see, if Robo's cure and heal beam work like an Enertron's beams, then how does it heal Robo? I know for the sake of a video game, he just heals his own HP, but let's think about his body. He is made of metal, right? You can't heal metal in the way a human's skin can be healed, so I believe what his and the Enertron's beam does is reverse time on damaged parts. Much like how Miranda Lotto from The Gray Man can reverse time and heal people and rebuild ships, but in the case of Chrono Trigger, it remains permanent. Although I have to admit, if a heal beam can reverse time to heal HP, how does a kiss or a slurp heal HP? Anyway, with all that in mind, let's actually take a look at all the people here in 2300 AD. They all look depressed and malnourished. They're safe in their dome from robots and mutants since they obviously have no way of fighting them off because they are starving. See, starvation is caused by an imbalance of energy intake and energy expenditure. So if they were to try and fight, they're risking using too much of their own energy. While the Enertron helps repair the body from damage, it doesn't help strengthen it. So they continue to be malnourished and have to use the Enertron consistently in order to survive. The only person you see that attempted to get food was found dead. Ironic, really. The ones that stay there hungry and do nothing survive, while the one that looked for a solution is the one to perish. But Chrono and his girls brought back seeds so everything will be okay, like at the end of WALL-E, right? No, it won't. First of all, the atmosphere is polluted so badly that nothing would be able to grow due to lack of sunlight. Not to mention the fact that much of the soil could possibly be irradiated either from lavas bursting from the ground or with the destruction of the domes. Who knows how far humanity advanced up until 1999? Maybe there were nuclear-powered buildings that since being destroyed, radiation just poured out all over. That could possibly explain all of the mutants and ooze monsters running around. Ultimately, none of this matters. Do you want to know why? Because after killing Lavos, the 2300 AD time period that we all know ceases to exist. So all of that saving the people and giving them hope was useless. In fact, after you beat the game, by the way, spoilers, when everyone is leaving back to their own time, Lucas says, Robo was born in a bleak future. When we defeated Lavos, we changed history. Robo may not exist in the future. Not only that, but Doan, who is from the year 2300 AD, comes in with his rags on. Shouldn't he not even exist? That is, he still could exist, but could be a different person. The point is, the future is fixed now, so he shouldn't have been able to come back from that timeline because it no longer exists. That is, unless you consider an alternate timeline from another dimension. That's another video entirely. My whole point is, the quote, HP and MP restored, but you're still hungry, is amazing to me because it broke the conventional storytelling of the time and really makes you feel the plight of the people in the future because you, the player, feel what they feel. Remember, the main drive of the game is to stop Lavos from creating this future. Yes, you help other people along the way, but your ultimate goal is to save the people of 2300 AD. Are you still hungry for more? Don't forget to check out the first episode of Awesome Video Game Quotes. I talk about The Legend of Zelda there. I also have my other informative video about Super Mario RPG. Why did they have card symbols? Click on the link and find out.